Okay, let's stand up tall. Make sure your feet are under your hips. Lift your toes up and then spread them out and drop them back down. Pull the belly button in. To roll the shoulders up, back and down. And as you're doing that, just grow as tall as you can through the spine. Very slight nod of the chin to lengthen the back of the neck. Good. Hands on shoulders. So mobilizing all those major joints, starting with these shoulders. Drawing that circle with your elbow. Last one. And then arms coming down. Let's move through side bend. So soften down the knees as you're doing this now. That'll help to keep your pelvis still. Little connection into the bum and the abs so that we make the pelvis as still as possible. Reaching away with that bottom arm if we can. Super, come back to center. Nice big rotation from top to bottom. And then let's come to pelvis. Grip the hips, please. Soften the knees and just start to move through pelvic tilt. So we're drawing the belly button towards the backbone, waking up the lumbar spine, hips and pelvis there. Couple more. And then if that feels okay, let's give them a circle. If that bothers your back, stay with the tilt. Go the other way. Super, come on back to center. Now we fix the hips. Let's come to the top of the spine, hands on shoulders, breathing in. Breathing out, rotating to the corner. Inhaling to center, exhaling to the corner. Come center, push the arms forward, pull the hand to the hip, bow and arrow, looking over the shoulder. Watching as you pull this arm in, that the shoulder isn't shrugging. Breathing out to pull. Can we turn the head? Slight nod of the chin before you turn that head there. Lengthening through the back of the neck. 2 more. And the last one. Good, dropping the arms. Can we stand on one leg, tummy in, toe in front, we lift. Now, hold on to the wall if you need to there, please. And then rotate, but let's tighten up the buttock and the quad on the standing leg. Can we rotate the other way, please? And change, forward and lift. Let's flex and point first. And then rotate slowly. Go the other way. And relax, give everything a good shake. Feet a little bit narrower. Tummy in, knees soft, fingers to temples. Lift your rib cage up and come across to the corner of the ceiling. So, couple of options here. You can squeeze the glutes and keep your hips still, or if it doesn't bother your back or your hips, you can push your hips away. So we start to go for a longer stretch into the obliques. So we're stretching them from the top and bottom, rib to hip. Breathing in, elbow to ceiling. Breathing out, coming up. Last one. And then arms coming down. Good, give everything a bit of a shake there. Have another rotation if that feels good. Let's have a look at the hip hinge. So feet are parallel, small step forward on the right foot. So your toe and heel are on the same line, but they're not touching. Hands behind the back. Hip hinge with a long spine, chest down. Head stays lifted, so head is just always slightly higher than the shoulders. And then we're coming up slowly with the abdominals engaged. So keep that moving at your own pace, making sure the spine and the back stay flat as you do it. Just one more, please. Stretching the hamstring, engaging the core, holding in the center. Get your weight even, tummy in. Let's rise up onto the toes. Breathing in on the way up. Breathing in on the way down. Sway back, pick up the toes of the front foot to stretch. Inhaling up. Exhaling down and back. Good. So really lengthening through those abdominals and shoulders. One last time. Come down. And relax. Give them a shake. Feet back to parallel. Left foot forward. Tummy in. Hands behind the back. Soft knees. Hip hinge. Guys, keep the spine long as you do that. So we want to stretch up the back of the left hamstring. We just want to move to where we feel the legs stretching, the core switching on, but we're not placing too much load on our spine there. So you've got two more there, please. Just keep that moving. March back up. It's our last one. And then we want the weight even through both feet. Switch on the abs. We're going to take the arms to the side this time. So arms going side and up if you can. Come down. Sway back, pull the toes up. Good. So if that's uncomfortable around the shoulders, if there's a shoulder issue, then by all means take your arms up to the front again. But slightly different stretch for the shoulders. Last one. And relax. Brill, give everything a shake there for me, please. Can you bring in your hog and we're going to do squats. Now, if you don't want to do squats on the hog, that's fine. You can do them on the floor. So my left foot is in the middle of the smooth side of the hog. My right foot is to the side. I'm just going to do some basic squats. So I'm sitting back into squat, coming down and up. Nothing else, just make a decision on how that feels. So I feel like my feet need to come a little bit closer together. So I'm going to move my foot. Check that your feet are side by side. Check that your hog is rocking forwards and backwards, not right and left. And if all of that's okay, next time you push up, lift your right heel. Breathe in. Breathe out. Sitting back into the heels to squat. Balancing up on the right toe as we lift. So you can stay with the heel raise, or you can come up and do a knee balance. And then step down. So again, just play about with it. You might want to leave your toe on the floor but move your weight. You might be happy to lift your knee. You may be able to lift and hold, take your arm out, bring it back in, and step down. So again, just layer this up, see what feels right for you. Sometimes it's the balance, sometimes it's the hip or the knee. So just got to work with what we've got. 2 more. And last one. Good. I'm on the hog and I'm going to pedal my feet here. Just let the ankles and the feet stretch. And then I'm going to set up on the other side. So my right foot is dead center, my left foot is on the floor. Just a couple of basic squats, see how it feels. Look at your feet, make sure they are side by side, not staggered. Good. And then make sure your weight is central. Think about lifting up onto the ball of the foot. And you can just try that a couple of times. And once you're happy that all is well, you can think about shifting the weight onto the right leg, and that might mean leaving the toe down or lifting the toe up. You can also think about holding the balance for longer and then moving the arm out and back in. So slower is better, slower is more challenging. Okay, but we should only be feeling this in the muscles of the legs, the glutes and the core. Shouldn't be irritating the back, the knee or the hip. I'm going to do 2 more here. So choose any level that works for you. This is my last one. And then I'm staying on the hog and I'm pedaling my feet. So please stay on your hog there for now. So with my feet together in the center, I'm going to do a small lunge off the back on the right leg. And then come up and lunge off the back on the left leg. Now be careful, slower is better. We want the heel to stay off the floor at the back. So the ball of the foot goes down, then the knee drops towards the hog, and then we come up. Guys, only if it feels okay, step off the front and go back. Now that's harder, so just see how it feels. So if you're better off the back, stay off the back. Gonna do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Brill. Have a pedal. And then we'll go off the back on the right foot. Small step this time, heel down. Transfer the weight and hip hinge. So lift both buttocks, hands are on the left leg. Rock it, sorry, hands are on the right leg. Rocking the hog with the left foot. Left knee is straight. Uncurling and changing, foot in the middle. Back we go, hip hinge, bottom lifted, rock. Lifting the bum and uncurling. Good, give your legs a shake. Get rid of that hog, please. Can you bring in your band now? So let's go waiter. Band across the palms, palms up. Let's go tightrope feet if we can, toe and heel touching now. Tuck under, soften your knees. Take a breath in, breathe out, pull on the band. So you do want your band to go loose in the center, because if it's very tight, you won't be able to get that full rotation in. So you want your band loose enough to feel your shoulder blades drawing together behind you. It won't do that if your hands are too close together. Two more. And last one. Brill. Give shoulders a shrug. Change feet. Change grip. Wide overhand grip. Tuck your tail under when you're ready. Moving through a full rotation at the shoulders, but we are maintaining neutral spine. So watch you're not back bending. Tuck your pelvis under, soften your knees. And then watch you're not lifting the ribs at the front. Keep the rib cage down and soft. So that we're isolating the shoulders. If your shoulders are feeling quite loose, bring your hands an inch closer together. So last one. And relax, release the shoulders there. Okay, let's get rid of this band and let's grab one dumbbell, please. So we're going to work deliberately just with one, so it brings us off side. So stand on your right leg, pull your tummy in, put your left hand on your hip, and watch as you're working that your hip doesn't lift. Curl, shoulder press, come down, and lower. Now pick up that left foot if everything feels okay. Look into the distance, brace the abdominals, tighten up the right buttock. Stay with it, just one more on this side. I'll just move back so I'm on screen. Guys, if that's feeling okay, can you go slow front raise, slow side raise. Oh, side raise is hard. So if you want to just go to the front or just go to the side, that's okay. You can do both, that's better. Gonna go one more in either direction. Ooh, feeling that my calf and my ankle. Ooh, brill. Give those legs a shake, just release the ankles. And then we'll change sides. So standing on the left leg, right toe is just balancing tummy in. So first option is a bicep curl into a shoulder press. So working deltoid and bicep, picking up the foot, pulling the tummy in. Squeezing the left side into the buttock. Stabilizing the pelvis, got my hand on my hip. If you'd rather have your hand out to help you balance, you can go there. And then making it harder with the front and side raise if you can. If that's too much challenge on the balance or you have a bad shoulder, then stay with the bent elbow. So you can curl and shoulder press, that's a bit easier on the shoulder. So more challenging on the shoulder with a straighter arm. Obviously we want the elbows to stay soft. tummy stay pulled in and shoulders not hit chin. This is my last set. Relax, release the ankles. And then let's have 2 dumbbells, please. So weights together, we are going to row. Tuck your tail under. Press your weights together and pull up your body. Nice long neck still, no shrugging through the shoulders. So we've been to the front and side of the shoulder, now we're coming into the back of this upright row. So lats, traps, rear deltoids, all those muscles in the upper back. 2 more. And 1 more. Weight is on the thighs. Soften the knees, flat back. Hip hinge, tabletop, just come into knee height. Then squeeze the muscles of the bottom to come up. So spine not changing shape. We will come to roll down in a minute, but we're not doing that just yet. So the head stays lifted as you come down. The knees stay soft. We're going to hold this last one. Turn your weights and row. So brace your abdominals. If this is hurting your back, split your stance. Get a little bit more support. So those upper back muscles should be where you're feeling it most. If you're feeling it more in the lower back, lift up a little bit. So 6, drawing the shoulder blades together, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming up, good. Give your legs a shake. Let's go for a curved spine this time. So start with the weights on the thighs. Opening the chest, breathing in. Rounding the shoulders, breathing out. Chin is on the chest. I'm rolling down. I'm coming to knee height. Breathing in here. Breathing out, rolling up slowly. Opening the chest, breathing in. Rounding the shoulders, breathing out. Nodding and rolling slowly. I'm coming to shin height, if that feels okay. Breathing in. Breathing out, rolling up slowly. Opening, breathing in. Rounding, breathing out. Rolling down slowly. Coming to ankle height. Breathing in here. Breathing out, rolling up. Tuck your tail under. Belly button pulled in. Going to do it one more time. Open the chest. Round the shoulders. Rolling down super slow. Coming to ankle height. Breathing in. Breathing out, rolling up slowly. And standing tall. Can we get rid of our weights now, please? So we're going to do our full roll down now. And if your back feels warm enough, you can go straight down. Otherwise, just go a little bit more slowly. So let's extend first. Look up, breathe in. Breathe out, come down. Nod the chin. Round the shoulders and start to roll down. Now that can be knee height, shin height, or ankle height. I'm going to give my arms a sway here. I'm going to give my spine a little sway as well. Breathe in. Breathe out, roll up. Let's go again. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Nod the chin. Round and roll. So this time I'm going to put my hands on the floor and walk forward into downward dog. You don't have to. A few more roll downs are fine. Walking forward into my downward dog. And then I'm spreading my fingers, pushing back through the heels of my hands. Got my arms and my legs as straight as I can manage, and I'm going to pedal my feet. Now, if your arms and legs are straight, that doesn't mean lock out the joints, just means get them with a soft elbow or a soft knee. From here, if you want to roll up, please do. Otherwise, coming into plank, holding plank for 2 breaths. And then I'm going to drop to my knees and I'm going to do 2 tricep press-ups, or you can go wider and do chest press-ups. From here, I'm coming back through my downward dog. I'm walking in and I'm rolling up slowly. Good. Let's keep this moving. So we're rolling down and up. We're coming slowly into downward dog if we can. We're holding in the downward dog for a couple of breaths. And then you can add your plank or your press up, or you can do both. Let's keep going. We're going to do one more round of everything, and it'll finish in the standing position. So keep moving till you finish that last set. When you finish the last set, come back up slowly and then tip your screen and set yourself up on the floor, please. Good. So once you finish, little tip of the screen, everything comes down onto the floor. So you want your weight, your ball, your hog, block, cushion, whatever else you've got there, a band. And so we'll come on to all fours and we'll go cat stretch. So hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Make sure your arms and legs stay still. Pelvic tilt first and then round and roll into your cat stretch. Release from the lower back first. Include head and neck. Now feel that your weight hasn't moved back into your legs. Get some weight into your arms. Keep your elbows soft. And just continue to roll the full length of the spine. Can we sit back now into shell stretch? Maybe stretch the arms in front or behind, or perhaps give your wrists a circle, give your fingers a wriggle, get all those small bones and joints in the hand moving. And then hands under shoulders, we're going to uncurl the spine. We're going to come forward onto all fours. Can you kneel on the hog, please? Going to work a little bit through the hips. So smooth side of the hog, knees together. Hands under shoulders. I'm going to keep my arms still. I'm going to keep my back still. My toes are tucked under and one toe stays on the floor. I'm going to slide one leg out. Doesn't matter which leg it is. I'm going to lift it up. Cross it over to the opposite side and tap it to the floor. Lift it up and tap it back out to the side. So I'm trying to keep my pelvis still as I do that. I'm trying to keep my spine still. So ideally that will be quite a big movement around the hip. But if it's irritating your back, make it smaller but still try and tap it out and tap it in. Your head needs to stay in line with your spine, so there is a temptation to drop your head and look at what your feet are doing on this one. Pull your tummy in and keep your pelvis as still as possible. can do 2 more on that leg, please. So we started with a tap across the center, so it needs to finish with a tap out to the side. And then knee comes to the hug, just sit back and have a quick release. We'll have a better stretch at the end. Come forward, slide the other leg out. Brace your abdominals and start to work through that other hip. So the same rules apply. Your knee needs to be in the middle of the hug, so you're not tipping and you're not putting undue pressure on one side of the kneecap. Your toes are tucked under at the back as your stabilizers. And as that hip gets warm, you can make that movement bigger as long as your spine is still. Press through the palms of the hands, guys, but keep the elbows soft. Keep the head in line with the spine and draw that belly button up. So 1 or 2 more, finishing with a tap out to the side. And then come off the back of the hug, please. Good. Can we just sit back on the heels with the arms extended? Head down, chest down. And then draw your hands either under your head or all the way to your ankles. Just relax in there. Hands under shoulders, support the body weight. Uncurl the spine. Brill. Coming to the upper body now. Come forward onto all fours with no hug. I'm going to turn diagonally a bit so you can see me. So I want you to leave your legs where they are and pull your tummy in. I want you to take any arm, I'm going left because that's nearest the screen, into a chest fly to the side. So my elbow is bent at 90 degrees. I'm coming into a chest fly. I can feel that's working my core, trying to stabilize me. I can feel it's working all the way around that shoulder girdle. So stay with that bent arm, chest fly, moving in and out. Make sure your head is in line with your spine and pull your tummy in. Guys, next one, hold it up. Elbows should be level with shoulder. Push the arm forwards and pull it back on an out breath. Spine remains still, breathing in to reach, breathing out to pull. My palm is facing the floor. My tummy is pulled in. Going 4. Breathing out on the pull. 3, 2, and 1. Hand comes down. Cat stretch, release the back. And then come back to tabletop. And I'm going on the other arm. So it's going to start with that chest fly first. Just think about where your body weight is, guys. Don't have it all back in your legs. Get some load bearing in that supporting arm. So your eye line should be looking down towards your fingers. If it's further back, you've gone too far back. Good. Let's hold this next one up. Palm parallel to floor, reaching away, breathing in. Breathing out, drawing the scapula in and down. Good. So breathing in to reach, breathing out to pull. Keeping the arm horizontal to the floor. Pushing and pulling. 2 more. Last one. Brill, relax. Cat stretch and hold. And then sit back with arms extended, please. Can you walk both hands to the right corner of the mat and pull back and feel that stretch running down the left side. Releasing the left shoulder. Coming through center, hands left, pulling back on the right and holding. Coming center, hands under shoulders, we roll up slowly. Coming down onto your bottom, please. So we want our chi ball and we want our weights either side of us. So I've got my weights either side of me here. Digging my heels in. Ball is closer if the back's not great, a bit further away if the back's okay. Holding the backs of the legs, lengthening the spine, finding the sit bones, breathing in, breathing out, pelvic tilting, scooping and rolling, checking my ball is central, rolling forwards, lengthening up and breathing in, breathing out, scooping and rolling. Coming into a bow and arrow, if that feels okay. Rolling forwards, lengthening up, inhaling. Exhaling, scooping and rolling and rotating. So let's keep all of this moving slowly, please. Guys, if everything feels okay, roll back and then lift, same side as you're rotating. So my opposite hand goes to my knee. So hand to knee, rotate. Now that will challenge your abdominals more, but it will also challenge your hips and back more. So if there's pain, don't do it. Focus on your abs. Keep your heels down if you need the extra support. So I'm going to add one dumbbell to this now. You don't have to. You might want to have a little stretch before you add your dumbbell. So if you want to add a little stretch, that's fine. So now I'm going to progress to 4 rotations. Just going to try it with my feet on the floor first. See how that feels. And for me it feels okay, so I'm going to start to lift my heels and slow the whole thing down. That might not be correct for you. So you can be doing singles or 4s, with or without the weight, with or without the foot lift. And when you've had enough, you come forward and stretch. One more set here. Guys, when you have finished, feet come wide, and I'm going to slump stretch. I'm holding here, breathing into the back of my rib cage. Uncurling my spine. And then coming down onto my back. So my weights are going to be either side of me. I'm going to get some head support. Going to lie down, hug my knees in, and draw a circle with the pelvis. Going the other way. From here, let's go with a slow single leg stretch. So keep your hips still, and your options are a bent knee toe tap, pulling one leg in, a straight leg stretch away with your head down, stretch away with your head and shoulders lifted, Add a rotation. Hardest option, letting go of your legs. So let's keep all of that moving slowly. So 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Brill, come on, in and down. Full body stretch. Out we go. Woo, take some breaths there. Bring your arms over. Draw your legs in. Feet and knees together. Arms out to the side. Let's go hip roll. Slowly, ankle bones staying together. Breathing in to drop and out to lift. Couple more. So we started rolling to the right. Let's finish with a roll to the left. And then let's take our chi ball under our pelvis, tailbone in the middle. So I'm going to get rid of my head block now. Going to pull down on my tummy. Going to put my fingertips on the floor. Lift my legs up to tabletop. Brace my abs and balance. So elbows are off the floor, fingertips are down. Either a bent knee toe tap to the mat, or a single leg stretch away. Keep it slow. You can go one in, one out, as long as you make sure your bent knee is coming over your hip, not over your tummy. So your ball needs to be quite still. So stabilize your pelvis, stabilize your ball. Hands can come off the floor if you're ready for that. I need you to press those shoulders down if you're lifting the hands or even moving the arms. If you're struggling, if it's gone into your back, one finger on the floor. Likewise, if you need pelvic stability, don't move the arms. So 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on, in and down. Super. Can we go for a nice big starfish stretch across the ball if it feels good? If that's too intense, take the ball away. Take some breaths. Bring your arms over and draw your legs in, please. Taking the ball away and then hugging those knees in once again and just getting some movement into the lower back. So we're going to come into corkscrew next. That's our rotation. So your hug, your ball, your cushion either goes between the knees. Make sure the knees are not over the tummy, tabletop, or ankles over hips. Yes? So knees over hips or ankles over hips. Hands on the rib cage. Dropping 45 degrees to the right, breathing in. Breathing out, coming back. And 45 degrees to the left, breathing in. Breathing out, coming back. Fingertips to the ceiling if we can. Shoulder blades are down. Breathing in to drop and breathing out to lift. Let's keep that moving slowly. Breathing in to drop and out to lift as we go. Super. So slower is better. Nice little sway of the arms if you can, but keep the shoulders down. Otherwise, hands are there to give you that little bit of extra support for your back, but still allow you to work your waist. So 1 or 2 more, finishing with legs left and centre. And then come back to the middle for me. Get rid of whatever you're using there. Feet on the floor, knees bent. Take your feet the full width of your mat. Take your arms out and your palms up, shoulders down. Roll in slowly. Right and left. So although the bum is lifting and the lower back is rotating, this really is for your hips. So really push that knee down through the centre if there's no hip pain. And then go the other way. Come on back to centre. Let's pick up our weights for tricep. So shoulders down, perhaps get something under your head. Push the weights up, press the shoulders into the mat. And then your start position is either feet down or legs in tabletop with your spine imprinted. Arm pattern, a single tricep press to the ear. So dumbbell to the ear, elbow to the ceiling, check it's not winging. Watch your wrist alignment, watch your wrist isn't flicking. Get it nice and straight and stiff. And then your options are, you can slide your bottom leg away and hover. You can tap the opposite toe to the floor with a bent knee. But you must maintain an imprinted spine as you do this. You can do 2 arms and 1 leg if you've got that core connection. So please make sure you have that core connection there. Spine is down, back of the rib cage, shoulders into the mat. Have a look at your elbow alignment. Make sure the arms are not winging out to the side. Squeeze them in. Good. Let's have 2 or 3 more. Got no idea what arm we started on, so whenever you feel you've done the correct amount, please stop. And then just do what feels good there. You might want to hug or roll, you might want a pelvic tilt. I'm going to come in with my knees bent, put my right ankle on my left knee and press my knee back. My arms are out. I'm going to roll slowly right and left with that knee back. Breathing in to drop and out to lift. So this does need to be big and slow. Breathing in as I drop, turning my head the opposite way. Breathing out to lift. I'm going to do a couple more staying with this leg. Once my right big toe has been to the left, I'm going to come back to center and I'm going to change legs. So I'm opening out on that left side, rolling, knee to the floor on one side and toe to the floor on the other side. Good. So do a couple more on that side for me, please. And then once you've been in both directions, come back to center. put your feet on the floor. And then sit yourself up, please. So guys, we're going to finish with our full seated roll back. If you think that's not going to be great for your back, then you can do shoulder bridge. So I'm going band around my feet. I'm going to get rid of my head block. So you can do whatever's right for you. You might want to try some half roll back. You might want to just go straight to shoulder bridge, or you might want to have a go at this first and then swap to shoulder bridge. So I'm pelvic tilting, rolling back slowly, maybe a half roll back, maybe a full roll back, using my band for support. I'm peeling myself up slowly off the floor. I'm then progressing to 2 straight legs. My next progression will be to put my band or my dumbbells in my hands. So our last exercise is mobilizing the full length of the spine. Whether it's a roll back or whether it's a shoulder bridge, both are mobilizing the spine. But your seated roll back is a bit more challenging on the abs. But the shoulder bridge is kinder to your back. I'm going to add rotation here. Guys, if you're doing shoulder bridge, you can make it harder by adding a knee squeeze in and out. So this is going to be my last one. And then I'm going to get rid of my band. I'm going to lie back down if you're in the seated position. Pop something under your head if you want it. And then just finish with a hug, a pelvic tilt, a hip roll, whatever feels nice there. And then we'll bring in our leg stretch. So grabbing your band, please. Going to take it round the sole of my right foot. Going to pull my elbows down and slide my bottom leg away. I'm going to get both legs quite straight if possible, and you can lock the right knee on this one if it doesn't hurt. Otherwise, just get it straight enough to feel the stretch. You can flex and point the foot, or you can just flex the foot and hold it. You can give those toes a bit of a wiggle. They feel like they need to stretch, they often do. And then from there you can sway or circle your leg, and that might be small and controlled, it might be bigger. You might want to take it from the right to left hand. So if you're doing that, you might feel like you want to lift your bottom. And some of you will feel better going into a position and holding it. And if you want to do that, that's okay. If you like to have some movement in it, keep it going slowly, not too quickly, otherwise it won't actually be doing anything. Couple more on this right leg. And then we'll change to the left leg. Pulling the elbows down. So just thinking about how that feels. Where are you tightest in that leg? It's generally the hamstring, sometimes the calf. So think about straightening the back of the knee to get the hamstring, pushing the tailbone down, and then flexing the foot to get into the calf and the Achilles, maybe giving those toes a wiggle. And then a small sway or a small circle, or just find where you're tight and stay on it. So everybody's hips and legs should be feeling slightly different. It might not even be the same from right to left. So do whatever feels correct for you to release anything that's tight through that leg. It might be that you want to lift the bum and get round into your glute and your lower back. If you're doing that, don't do it with a straight leg. Relax the knee. Last one, guys. And then come on in. Slipping that foot out of the band. So I'm going to come over onto all fours. And I want you to either finish with a nice slow cat stretch to release your spine, or come into a downward dog for shoulders and hamstrings and just pedal your feet. So you're either cat stretching through the spine or foot pedaling in downward dog. We're going to come up through the downward dog if we can. If you'd rather just put one foot in front of the other, that's okay. We're going to bend the knees and uncurl the spine very slowly, supporting yourself if you need to there. Stretching the arms up, inhaling, push to the ceiling. Exhale, come across. Inhale up. Exhale across. Inhale up. Exhale down. Release the shoulders. Rotate the spine. And you are done. Well done. Thank you very much indeed. Come on in, folks.